We are heading to the British Grand Prix where we are looking for home success. Can we win the British Grand Prix? Can we get another Brit in victory lane that's not Lewis Hamilton? That's the aim. If you haven't seen the previous episode in Austria Sprint Race, I recommend go check it out because there was a big ball jump from one team. I'm sure you can guess who it was because it's a classic team. It's everyone's fan favourite, so do go check it out. Because you know that team, of course, is Ferrari. Double DNF for them. Both Leclerc and Sainz DNFing. Sainz's terrible run continues. Max Verstappen, meanwhile, won the Red Bull's home race. Back to wins for Verstappen. He's definitely now kickstarted year. Only took to round 10. We start the season off with a win. We get the second place, which is good. And Oscar Piastri back on the podium for the first time since Monaco. We head to Britain, which is obviously our home race, looking to get some home heroics here at Silverstone. Before we head to R&D, let's look at our specialists. Our wind tunnel expert. We could get this to level 2 potentially. 150 miles an hour in the quarter speed during the race, 100 miles an hour, 30 seconds or higher during Roger. We'll do that because it's a high speed track. That's very simple. Terra fabrication planner. Complete 12 laps. I'll do that in practice almost. In qualifying, unless I blow up on that 5, I'm screwed. Quality test assurance, better 50 seconds, 5th gear, practically used to set using 2. Well, that's obvious. That definitely happened. What should be a wet session then? That's not going to happen. Strategy analysis. This should be the last one we get to level 1. Strategy analysis. And complete perfect the race strategy practice program. That'll be pretty straightforward. And as a result, we'll set you as our primary one, where we use all of them. So that's for the last one to level 1. Drive details. Yeah, that's there. R&D. We have 1,156 real supposed to spend. Can't do anything in the aero. Chassis Hamilton failed. So am I going to have to do that, or is he going to do it? Well, I might as well. Is there any point doing? Yeah, we'll get the minor weight reduction then for Hungary. Sure, every little helps. Can't even do that, so that's about it. ERS is fine, fuel is more than fine. Might as well just wait until after break and get that on for basically nothing. And I'm not touching durability, so that's as good as we can get. Couple upgrades, yeah, vehicles all good, as the championship. Let's just go to Silverstone.
Okay, mate, I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
There we go, Hamilton got that one on the card. So in terms of practice, I guess we'll do aero and engine durability, I guess, but that's all the upgrades we can put on the car. We're actually close to like maxing out right now. We can't really do anything else. 60% recognition required for that one. I actually can't really... Because we're getting close to pretty much maxed out upgrades. Tire wear's done. Engine, there's a couple of engines. We're going to get to the point where we can't do any upgrades after this, but that's going to normally think about the aero. So that's going to be that then. That's that. Let's go. Well, I'll go to practice, and I will. So actually, let's go to Silverstone. Oh, it's going to be raining. There's no rain. Rain in the race though. That could be interesting. In terms of messages, we can preview developments update. Yeah, but the crash will fail. Weather forecast. Okay, so it's wet to dry, and then wet to dry to wet. That is that screams British weather if I've ever seen it. Wet, dry, wet. That's classic Britain. Then dry qualifying. That's the most bang on weather condition I've seen. R&D, Mercedes still lead the way. McLaren are now the second best. They've got above Red Bull. Ferrari, Aston Martin, fourth best. Williams now the sixth best team above RB. Alpine still last. Interesting. Red Bull only brought upgrades. McLaren did bring upgrades. Aston Martin closing out to Ferrari. Williams are the big winners ahead of RB. So some teams bring upgrades. That's pretty interesting. Did we get? I think we actually got a supplier upgrade. Yeah, we've got some supplier upgrades because that was only on 2. They're on 4. I guess that would make sense why us, McLaren, and Williams have had upgrades because of the engine. So we also have another engine as well. So yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna do practice, and I'll see you for quali. There we are then for qualifying for our one and only lap here in quali, right at the end of the session. Lando Norris is currently quickest in the McLaren on a 26.5. We did a 27.0 in practice, so you know, I'm confident we get a good quali here. Home race, looking to please the home crowd. Getting ready for our one and only lap. Let's make it a good one. Through the final corner. Let's go. So far, good start. Good first sector. Qualifying complete.
We've dropped to P20.
Through the final corner. It's been a solid lap. 26.9. Where's that person on the grid? 7th. Only 7th. Not great. 7th for a home race. I was hoping for a lot more than that. It felt like a good lap as well. First line Norris on pole for the British Grand Prix by just under 2 tenths and Lewis Hamilton in P2. Norris did not improve. Oh, that Hamilton P2, just under 2 tenths off at the end. Rush down P3, 2.5 tenths off for Charles Leclerc P4. Carlos Sainz P5 and the Charlotte Lewandowski Piastri P6. We had for P7, 4 tenths off at the end, something a little bit more. Fernando Alonso 8th, Aston Martin was such a start to the Red direction, Robert in the second, well in the first, Williams in 10th. Peter Tutton, both LPs, Aston Martin, Pierre Gasly on 12th, both LPs, 13 14th, Stroll down to 15th, Bottas on 2 cars with Joe at the back. That's qualifying. Let's go to the race.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Jones, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Albon, Ocon, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Stroll, Sainz, Bottas, Sargent, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, and Zhou Guanyu. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
Here we are then on the grid for the British Grand Prix. We're going to start on Inters, but we'll be on to drive shortly, then potentially back onto the Inters at the end of the race. So this could be an interesting one. 42 minutes, I mean that's a load of line because it's going to dry up. So it's a typical British Grand Prix, this one. But obviously, I'll be done on the Inters. Carlos Sainz continues to get more bad luck because of his grid penalties, now 15th. So finally gets to qualifying, and it's still bad luck for Sainz. But that's that then. Let's go to the start. We are then back on the grid for our home Grand Prix. Lining up now on the grid.
Okay,
Number 2.
there. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
Come on, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Lights are on then for the British Grand Prix, our home Grand Prix. There's a helicopter in the background, and it's lights out, and away we go for the British Grand Prix. And it's an okay start. Norris got an average start. So I've decided to turn with Fernando Alonso, and Alonso's going to go around the outside of us. He's going to take P6. We'll slot in P7. Norris maintained the lead, even though he didn't have the greatest of starts. He will lead Verstappen and Hamilton side by side, Piastri and Leclerc side by side. Perez and Albon side by side behind us. But we've lost a spot to Alonso, that's fine. And Hamilton and Verstappen slide into each other. Contact between Hamilton and Verstappen. This is Hamilton and Verstappen. Shade of 2021. This with this move. Hamilton to the inside. Into, I can't remember what corners. Locks up. Wheel to wheel contact. Luckily, I think no damage for either party. This is what it looked like on the offboard. Hamilton and Verstappen. Wheel to wheel contact. Everyone else, I think, oh, side by side actually further back, but they get away with it. As does everybody else. Sainz actually had an average start, but contact between Hamilton and Verstappen. There's good news for Norris, who is just driving away from these lot. But Verstappen will get ahead of Hamilton for P2. But both Mercedes losing 1 spot off the start. Well, on the opening lap anyway. Meanwhile, Perez is going to have a run on us. But yeah, Norris is clear out front.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Yep. Let's have a weather update.
Current forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain rain before it starts to dry up. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
This is giving the end of the race in China. It's the same conditions. So it's coming towards the end of the first lap. But it's Lando Norris who leaves. We drop down to P7. But let's just focus until the dry. End of lap 2. Norris still has a comfortable lead up front. Yep, thank you for that. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Verstappen's struggling. Hamilton's quicker than Verstappen. Just can't do anything about it until the dry. So we have to wait until the DRS is enabled. But right now we're just chilling. We're just waiting until it dries up, basically.
Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres.
That's good to know. Track is nearing its dryness. Alonso's struggling. Norris on another fast lap. Oh, Verstappen's finally woken up in this race. I'm now stuck behind Alonso because he's losing ground to Piastri, so we need to clear Alonso ASAP. He's got the run here on Alonso. Didn't get the run I needed. Another lap gone. Oh, he's going into the pits. They're all pitting. Well, it would have been nice to have known that everyone's pitting. I'm staying out because I've not been told, by the way. Thanks for telling me it's drying up. They're all going hards. We've got clear air now. There's a reason why I'm not pitting, by the way, because this is about to be an absolute chaotic. Verstappen got lucky that that's Perez. This is exactly why Leclerc's now being held. Leclerc's being held in the pits. I'm not, because I was going to get held in the pits, because Perez, where is Perez? He's going to get held by all these people coming to the pit lane. We're staying out. Someone else staying out with me. Me and Gasly are going an extra lap. Will it pay off? Look at this mess, by the way. Bottas has been screwed by the Haas cars. So is the RBs. Bottas has lost all this. Bottas has lost out massively in this, by the way. He's behind well, actually, he's behind Ricciardo. Like, Sainz has gained a lot from this. Look where Sainz is. He's ahead of Piastri. Sainz is ahead. Like, Piastri, look how much ground Piastri has lost in this pit stop phase. And that would have been us. We would be where all these are. Like, they've lost out so much. Perez has jumped to Alonso. So Loda's gained massively. I said Sainz has gained a lot. Like, you can see who's lost out and who hasn't. Myself, Gasly, and Joe. We'll see what happens. Norris might catch. Maybe not. Alright, Ocon's lost out massively. Ocon was P10. And now he's like P16. Ocon's down in P16, so he's lost out massively. This will work. For me and Gasly, this will work. It should work for Joe as well. We're going to pit this lap.
Okay, forget the targets for now. We've got to focus on the pit stop.
Our tyres. So look at how overheated they are. But ourselves, Gasly and Joe pit. Gasly can hold us up here.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Gasly held us up there, which wasn't great. Here comes Norris, Verstappen. If we could get a Perez, this has worked out. Leclerc's lost a lot of ground as well. There goes Norris. There goes. This has worked out beautifully for us. This has worked out perfectly for us.
Last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Let's spin out on the pit entry. Exit. Don't really want to be side by side with Leclerc if I can help it. But there's Leclerc. There goes Story. Look at Gasly. Look at Joe is. That's worked out beautifully, us. We're up to P5. We've gained 2 places in that. Gasly is now right behind us. If Gasly didn't hold us up, we would be ahead of him. But Joe is also like P10. That was a masterclass drive, you know. We did not get held up in the pits, and now suddenly we're back in this race. Ocon also had a slow stop, hence why he's miles behind. But P5, right behind P4. Top 3 are quite clear though. But Hamilton might actually have a run of Verstappen here. But Joe is also P12. Staying out was the right call. There goes Hamilton. Through goes Hamilton! Said Hamilton had the run of Verstappen. He was quicker in the wet, just couldn't do anything about it. But here goes Hamilton on the inside of Verstappen for P2. Through goes Hamilton. Verstappen, nothing he can do. Hamilton up to P2. Does he have the pace for Norris? Not close there between these two. Does he have the gap for Norris? There's Gasly P6. He's jumped Perez and Alonso. So now he's got Sainz and Piastri behind. But Joe P12. He's got Albon and Max behind the Stroll. and Ocon, Ricciardo, and Bottas, Sargent, and Hulkenberg at the back. Well, we got Perez and Gasly going side by side. Through Cox and Perez. I think it's got past Gasly. It won't be a surprise he's in a Red Bull. Well, they're still going side by side. Gasly might actually hold on here. He has. Go on, Pierre. Here they go side by side. Well, I said Gasly is held on. Perez is going to go out to DRS. Like, Gasly's held on for now, but Perez does have the DRS, so it's probably all going to be all for nothing. Alonso might even get involved as well. And Tsunoda, also Eurotrouble. Joe's already going backwards as well. Yeah, there goes Perez. Alonso might even try and get involved, not quite.
Okay, mate, Leclerc ahead. We don't want to let this hold us up too long, so do your best to get past and get on with the race.
You want me to overtake Leclerc before lap 13? The gap stayed the same. The gap's been 1.5 seconds since I've exited the pit lane. That's unlikely to happen, I'll be honest. Although I've gained 3/10, so maybe it is possible. And Verstappen and Hamilton going through again. Hamilton will maintain P0 side by side. The P2 between Hamilton and Verstappen will take second place. There goes Verstappen on the outside of Hamilton, on the outside. Oh, don't let him do this to you, Hamilton. Hamilton and Verstappen, wheel to wheel. Wait, the camera work here. Goes Verstappen. Round the outside of Hamilton, up into P2. Onto the grass. Oh, that was debatable. That's plenty of room. Verstappen gave him plenty of space. Hamilton just drove on the grass himself. That was his own choice. Verstappen, P2. Norris is definitely loving that. We've got the run on Leclerc here. I'll take it back, Mark. That was the one time you're actually spot on. You have to pace compared to Leclerc. Hamilton, Verstappen going at it again for P2. Hamilton's just going to get Verstappen. Well, I said Hamilton got Verstappen. He didn't. Verstappen's going to hold on the outside. Hamilton, don't do this to him. Not again, not again. It's carbon copy, mate. Carbon copy. Not quite close enough to Leclerc. Wait another lap. But it's coming, Leclerc. It's coming. They 1-1 from Hamilton. The track is definitely getting quick now. Gasly's holding on, you know, to P5, to Perez. Perez got past him, but Gasly's holding on. Because he's got the temperature now. But Gasly flying in that Alpine. Considering it's the worst car on the grid. Quite impressive. Yes, I know. But I guess what it proves is the performance chart means absolutely nothing. But I guess the thing that's holding the back is the engine is so bad, hence why they're the worst. Right, we should get Leclerc this time. They're much closer than before. To the inside, Leclerc's only going to fight it.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target.
And that's P4. Up to P4, Leclerc didn't even bother fighting it. P4 for us. Hamilton and Verstappen still going at it for P2. Verstappen and Hamilton still going at it, but Verstappen up to P2 now. Hamilton clean around the side on the English, please. Hamilton clean around the outside of Verstappen. Those two be going out the whole time. Norris's pace isn't that great. He's not really pulling away. He's just getting lucky that everyone else is squabbling. This is for P19. Logan Sargent. Oh, he's lost the rear. Can he save it? No, we can't. And Hulkenberg almost clipped him. That was really close. This is Sargent. Front throttle loses it once. And again, round goes Logan Sargent. He will save it though. That could be really bad. This is from Hulkenberg's POV. But Hulkenberg sees, loses the rear, catches it, and almost drills into the rear of him. Will just get away with it. That was extremely close, by the way. Look how close that is. You don't want to get much closer than that, that's for sure. Look at that front wing. That is as close as you want to get to someone's rear wing. But Sargent, now at the back. Verstappen are back at Hamilton. They're just going at it all the time. They're just swapping positions every lap. Meanwhile, Gasly, and speaking of mind, Verstappen's massive lock-up. And that could be the end of Verstappen's hopes of P2. As I was saying, this is Verstappen. That is a big lock-up. That's not a small one. He made a small one a lap ago. That's a massive lock-up. And now, that could be his chances of P2 gone. So that was a big lock-up. He had a small one, but kept it on the racing line. This one is a bigger lock-up. Straight on. Big mistake for Verstappen. What I was saying was Perez. Like, Gasly lost out to Perez, but he's staying with him. And that's hurting Alonso, Sainz and Piastri. Like, they can't do anything. Tsunoda's chilling, then you got a train behind Albon. Ricciardo's got Bottas behind and Sargent at the back. Yeah, Verstappen is now out to DRS of Hamilton. That could be the difference maker.
Gap to the car ahead, 2.5 seconds.
I said Hamilton's quicker. Now Verstappen's out of DRS. What can he do? Can he clear him, or can Verstappen get back in DRS?
Okay, information on Sainz. They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
You can't be real. Sainz, just how? You just pick. Sainz is just getting bullied at this point. But Sainz is just getting bullied. Like, that's like 5 race weekends in a row. Sainz has had mechanical problems. My guy has no luck whatsoever. Justice for Carlos Sainz. No wonder he's leaving Ferrari. I say this all the time. No wonder he's leaving. Meanwhile, Verstappen is back within DRS of Hamilton. So the battle's not over between those two. If anything, Verstappen's now more angry, which is not a good sign. Well, there goes Verstappen on Hamilton, side by side. I think Verstappen is going to come out in front. Well, Verstappen back into P2. Yeah, Verstappen is angry now. He is angry. What this proves is Verstappen is quicker than Hamilton. He just can't get Hamilton out of DRS. And there's the fastest lap to prove it. Into the 29s.
2.7 seconds.
And Sainz is going to lose out to points here because he's currently P10. And if his issues carry for the rest of the race, Tsunoda will get him. It'll be once again no points again for Sainz. And even if he does score points, it'll be 1. So what does it matter?
We think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes.
Now I forgot about the rain. There's rain expected as well. Someone else locks up. I think that was Verstappen again. He's really struggling with those brakes, is Verstappen. But yeah, I completely forgot about the rain. It's supposed to be rain at the end of the race. The other thing, I don't think it'll be heavy enough for it to actually do anything though, so we could make the last lap or two a bit sketchy. 15 minutes though. That's probably after the race. Probably after the post-race thing, that. There goes Hamilton on Verstappen. For P2. Pretty straightforward move from Lewis. And Tsunoda has got past Sainz for P10. And Carlos Sainz out the points yet again. His bad luck continues. And we're only in the first half of the season. He's still got 12 races in that god-awful car. Meanwhile, Hamilton and Verstappen, for the 20th millionth time, going out for P2.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes. Okay, gap ahead, 2.5 seconds.
So the rain will arrive post-race, so that's not going to happen, which is fine. Well, it would have mattered anyway if it did rain. It wouldn't have changed anything. We are catching Verstappen and Hamilton. So they go at it again. Hamilton is time to P2, Verstappen goes to P3. That's going to be going until the final lap, for sure. Meanwhile, Lando Norris is just chilling out front. Gonna get back to winning ways as Norris. And, well, things weren't going great for us. Well, we're done. Might as well go this way. I'm out of the race. Our home race ends in heartbreak. Well, that's not what was needed, was it now? That did the game's job for me. Like, I drove it off the track for it, so there you go, second DNF. That's big championship implications for us. Well done, Lando.
And here he comes. It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
A great team victory today, Crofty. That's the important bit here. On home soil, the drivers delivered, the team delivered as well, and to do that in front of their home support really means a lot to them.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on that top step of the podium.
Lando Norris wins the British Grand Prix after our late race DNF. I mean, anyway, he was going to win anyway. Lando Norris wins the British Grand Prix. I can't remember when he won a race. Spain? No, it wasn't Spain. Canada was before Canada. Monaco? No. Imola? I think his first wins is Imola. So it's been a while since Norris been in victory. He's won a race, but he's back to winning ways as Lando Norris. Great day for him. Lewis Hamilton P2. Great day for him. He wins the battle between himself and Verstappen. In the end, P2 for Hamilton. So race match Verstappen P3 with the fast lap as well. Solid day for him. Charles Leclerc P4. Great day for him with Sergio Perez in P5 from 8th to 5th. Oscar Piastri ends up getting 6th in the end. And Pierre Gasly, the simulation did him solid there. Pierre Gasly 7th, still great points for him at 7th. Fernando Alonso 8th. Gets good points for Aston Martin. Carlos Sainz, the game did him a good solid there as well. The Propel team recovered to 9th with those 2 points. And Yuki Tsunoda gets a point for RB and 10th. Good points in the end. Alex Albon lost out to pit stops already 11th with Lance Stroll 12th. Esteban Ocon 13th for Alpine. Kevin Magnussen 14th. Joe Guanyu, another driver got screwed by the game 16th. Daniel Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, Nico Hülkenberg, Sargent. And we were the only retirement of the race right at the end. So disappointing for us. So in terms of the driver championship, Lando Norris now leads the championship by 6 points over us. A big change in the championship. First time since I think Norris leads a great difference. We dropped to P2, still 6 points behind, still very much in contention. Max Verstappen, that benefits him as well now, 23 points back. So 23 points coming in the top 3. Lewis Hamilton now 66 points back in 4th, so a good day for that podium. Oscar Piastri 5th. After that result, drops to P5. Charles Leclerc P6 for those points with Fernando Alonso 7th. Sergio Perez into 100 points mark in 8th with Carlos Sainz for those couple points and 9th. And Lance Stroll stays in 10th. Then Pierre Gasly, great day for him at 11th with those points. Ahead of Daniel Ricciardo 12th. Yuki Tsunoda with this point now stays 13th with Kevin Magnussen, Valtteri Bottas and Esteban Ocon with points with Joe Guanyu, Nico Hülkenberg and Logan Sargent yet to score. At the halfway stage of the season, constructors McLaren now back leading the championship 3 points and Mercedes second. It would have been a good day for us. It would have been. Would we have led 18? Let's say 18 and 12, 20. We might have led the champ. We still would have led the champ. We might have pulled the gap by a point or 2. We would have been putting in a point or 2 either way, but still, McLaren will lead 3 points and Mercedes on second. Red Bull third, then just company third. As Ferrari 4th, ahead of Aston Martin 5th with Alpine. Now Alpine with those points now up to 6th in the championship. Ahead of RB drops 7th with Haas, Williams, and Sauber all with points. But yeah, not a great day for us. DNF for us. Let's head back to the menu and see what failed. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Rivalry not behind Norris in the rivalry. Yep, I'm not surprised. We need to get to 228 points to win the rivalry. You go to Hungary, it's a track I hate. Yep, already takes experience to goes down. Racecraft up, awareness up, pace up, focus down into 60. Oh my god. Oh, that's just not what you want to see. How have we got this then? How have we managed to get 40-60 recognition? I'll never know. That's one positive. Strategy analysis moves up to level 1. Everything's now into level 1 at least. Wind tunnel into engineers close to level 2. Moves up. Does quality assurance tester. Not great. Right, what failed? Control electronics went. Control. I mean, I was running the curves a bit, but like control electronics. That's a weird one. The control electronics was probably like 20% worn throughout the whole season. Like. Wasn't really worn, so that's a little surprising. Here's what it is. We have a bunch of upgrades on the way, messages about our contract performances, obviously on target at the halfway stage, and then we get 400 resource points at least. We'll take the resource points. Bunch of upgrades on the way, by the way. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upgrades on the way, which I'm guessing is all 5. Yeah, so all 5 upgrades on car heading for Hungary. That's pretty big. There's our contract accolades. We were going to get the podium finishes as well. We've already started 20 to 6 top 5 qualified. We've been outside top 5 6 times this season. Really? Do I put this upgrade on? I'm not going to put durability upgrade on. Who am I kidding? Media durability, no chance. I might do it though, actually. Why not? But that's the end then. Championship second place. We dropped down to second. Norris's first win since Imola. Yeah, second DNF of the year for us. I mean, it's the same as Verstappen, so we can't argue about it. But yeah, not great for us. Halfway stage of the year, 12 races in, 12 to go, 4 more European races. Hungary next, which is not looking forward to. Hungary is probably my worst track. I just hate that track, so not the time to, not the track you want to bounce back at. So maybe another difficult weekend in store for us. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you for Hungary.